today. What's up? So we have a good discussion later on, but before that, let me make a love shout out to all my members, especially for those who loyal. I mean, for those still there on my membership. So thank you so much, guys. And today is January 15, Wednesday, here in the Philippines. And make a love shout out to all my new subscribers who subscribe my channel. Hello, hello. Can you hear me, guys? So let's talk life. Okay, real talk. So we just wait for a few minutes and then let's discuss things that we need to discuss. And by the way, guys, don't forget to give me thumbs up, all right? And once you comment, guys, don't forget to write your country at the end of your comment so that I can recognize you, all right? Can you hear the roaster, guys? Don't forget to click that like and share. Okay? And for those new to my channel, when it comes to my range, all you have to do just click the join button and I will give you a range. And there's a other option. Don't forget to click the $sign and send donation to my channel and I will give you a range for that. Latuya, hello. Good afternoon, Latuya. Oh, advance happy birthday to you, Latoya. So, how is the plan for your birthday celebration? Do you have friends or guests coming to your house, or is this celebrated outside? So, and the weather here in the Philippines is well, as usual, warm and hot. So, and of course, I would like to make a love shout out to my generous donators, Mr. M. And for those not yet subscribed my channel, don't forget. So just subscribe if you like my channel. And for those trolls, come on, come up. Okay, as long as you follow my rules, then it's okay for me. No, no, no big deal for that. So the weather here is very good, just like, this whole week, no typhoon, okay, no bad weather. As usual, is hot. So when um, until now, until now, the wildfires in Las Vegas is still, but there's a lot of people become homeless. But here's my thought process about that place in California, and I don't really understand. They know that that area is very prone of that wildfires, but some developers or some real estate broker, they still selling that place, and they know that it's prone of that kind of uh, disaster. And for me, if I know the place that it's very prone of that, I will not buy that property, because you will expect one of these days that your property will vanish or will become ash. So it's just like here in the Philippines. Some, especially for those Western people, they think that they have a good idea or good decision to buy properties here in the Philippines. But before you buy some property, especially when it comes to real estate, you must know the place. Is this the place is not into the fault line, or is not on the flood area? Because I've noticed that not only Metro Manila encountered or experienced flood, also outside Metro Manila and the countryside or the suburbs that you call that in the States. So be aware of that, okay? And don't buy property it's near to the volcano. And here's the reason. The Mount Taal, that's in it's in Batangas, okay? Whenever expect that that Mount Taal will become active, because a few months or last year, it reported that the Mount Taal erupt. It's become active. So I think that's 2000, 2020, 22 or 23. Okay, I remember that I donate some of my clothes for those victim of Mount Taal eruption. So it's just like also in Negros Occidental, the Mount Canlaon. So be careful, buy property it's near a volcano, guys. You don't want to end up that your property will vanish or will become ash. So that my subject is weekdays update, so we can talk anything. It's according what I would like to share with you guys, and feel free to share some your knowledge and opinion about the subject. You hear that, guys? That's airplane, because we're near to the airport. So I can hear the plane landing, and take off. So when I go to on the rooftop, I can see the air, the airport. It's near my place. So, okay, already, I already uh, mentioned all my members and my subscribers and my friends. Oh, okay, guys. So, and for those who wants to collab on me, so just send me a message to my WhatsApp and send me a Gmail because it's, I'm open book to collab because I love also to work with other people. And you think that you like to do collaboration with me, then just do the two key. Send me a message and we can talk about that. And for those not new to my channel, okay, don't forget to give me a like, or if you can share my live streaming, I will appreciate that with all my heart. Okay, so today or afternoon in your time. So this is very, very trending news now about what happened to a Filipina married to a Slovenian husband, and she ended up killed. Okay, so that's the only that some people they said, oh, they don't like to go on my channel because we're talking about relationship. Okay, and some they just focus about mental health. That's important also, mental health, and of course relationship, because some they don't really understand, especially now that some Filipina they use YouTube to find a mate, and some Western men they use YouTube also to find mate. So this is some bloggers, particularly Filipina, you should tell the truth, or you should, or the truth need to be told. Okay, because some they're not really telling the truth. It's just like YouTube before, when YouTube starts. Okay, it's more about information, sharing knowledge, but now it's not. It's more on con, it's more a scam. Especially, I'm not saying all, especially some Filipina, they use YouTube to make money, and they're not really tell the truth about what's going on this area, particularly Philippines. How this, how these Western people treat them. They don't really talk about that. The important is how they can get that money from that Western man. So that's the problem, guys, that some Filipina believe that, okay, they're not pick some Filipino men to marry because they fall for the BS that these Western people are good. In Tagalog word, mabait, because the truth is not, the truth is untold. So we must untold, because that Filipina never expect that it's end of her life. And it scares me because I'm not really pay attention about that, because when I open my YouTube, it comes out from that. So I'm not pay attention, but somebody use that as a subject or content, some of vloggers. But guys, you have to be specific, because I watch some other 5 months, and you know they said 5 months engage, and then blah blah blah. No, you have to be specific, guys, before you say this online, okay? Because in other channel, the different version of story, and other channel different, so you must be uh research first before you use that as your content. So for me, I just like give an example for that everyone must told the truth. So I'm not really taking this too personal. Okay, but this is my opinion. Some Western men, particularly bloggers, they think that, especially some Filipina married to a Western man, they think that, oh, watch that her show, because she has a good uh discussion towards meeting a Western man. No, it's not. Because that's one thing, guys, that I mentioned. You must know about that Filipina blogger, if what she said it applies on herself. So I example myself. I don't use anybody to make that issue become a trending, but I example myself. So that Filipina that when I watch, come on, what is talking about? And it's the Filipina tell him that, oh, they have a quick relationship, and as of now, even though they're married, she has no idea what's the real personality of her husband. So it really shows that they're not really tell the truth. Okay, they just tell, okay, this is what we gonna this is the good thing when you meet a Western man. They're not telling the truth. Okay, they're not. So be careful, guys, about those Filipino vloggers. I'm not saying all, because I'm also a Filipino vloggers. They're not telling the truth. So the truth need to be told. Okay, don't fall for the BS that some bloggers, okay, I'm not specific, this vloggers, I don't care where you're from. So bloggers should told the truth, okay? Because when I look at it, in real life, she cannot really tell. She will give a good advice or things like this, but it never's happened to her. Okay, so when it comes to relationship, the relationship will last 2 weeks, and a few months they get engaged and get married. So I don't think that she has time to know the husband. So be careful about that, guys, that those Filipina vloggers, they love to tell a lie online. They think that they know what's right, especially having a relationship with Western people. Okay, so here's the thought process. Why I mentioned about the Filipina was killed. Hi Peter, good afternoon. But Miss Lil, I believe I everything I hear on YT, and I'm so broke because of the super chats I give. It makes Peter, my throat, it starts to itchy. My goodness. Hi. Good morning, Calvin. So, most of I'm sorry for that, Peter, that you become broke or become giving us super chat. Who who make you broke about that? So that's thing that I don't understand. Like now that when it comes to YouTube, guys, you don't really have to believe that. Okay, so you have to aware things that you have to hear or what you shown, because some they don't tell the truth, because like I said that they must told the truth, because oh my goodness, this is really rampant. This is really rampant when it comes to Filipina, guys. I'm a Filipina too, but I'm not putting down my people, particularly Filipina, but that's the truth. Okay, that's the truth. And how can you relate things what's going on around here if you're not aware of telling the truth? And that time that when I look at this Filipina, come on, you give advice for those for those Filipina, try to encourage them to find a Western man if they're not really have a luck when it comes to Filipino men. Okay, but look at where she start. Okay, 1 week, after 1 week they're boyfriend and girlfriend, and then after a few months engage and then get married. So you don't really give a chance yourself to know that person. That's what happened in Filipina that was killed in Slovenia. Okay, because um, when I go to local news, the reporters tell that she was engaged after 3 months to know that that Slovenian man. Okay, after 3 months they engage, and then 2 weeks after the engagement was announced, they get married and then go to the place of that Slovenian man. And it scares me, guys. It scares me. And I can tell, oh my goodness, I can tell that this man has a mentally, he's a psychopath. Because how can you tell that, your, your wife as a gift? The word give something, it's a presence that normal people don't say that. That's your wife, okay? But that's oh my god, it scares me when I hear that. Oh, and then he has a post on his Facebook that a picture of his wife, and then he said that his gift he's arrived. And that's the thing that I always mention about this. For those Filipina, they use any social media, so it's okay to use that about that, but don't rush yourself to marry that person, even though that you talk online twice a day or every day. You give your chance to know. Okay, because look what happened to her. And some Filipina, they're not really put that in the situation to make relationship is serious, because some Filipina, they just really want to brag themselves, especially guys, that this Filipina surrounded with lots of Filipino friends, that marry to a Western man. So she cannot really relate that because she's not, she's not engaged or she's not married. So they rush themselves to marry that person, then they have no idea what's the family history, family background of that. Oh, AJ, hello. I didn't saw you that you're. Hi, AJ. Good morning. And that's the thing that I don't really understand. Okay? If you find a right person, then you don't have to rush yourself to get engaged, get married, because marriage life is lifetime. The only thing that can separate you is the death. Okay? As long as you're both still alive, that's the thing that you have to deal with each other. Okay? That the only thing that you can separate is death. So you don't have to give yourself into trouble. Okay? You don't want to end up that you regret about the decision that you made because you don't give yourself a chance to know that person. Same thing, okay, guys. I'm not really talking this for women, men also. Western men or Filipino men or Western women or Filipino women. Because the reason why, they said that the husband has a mental problem. And you can see, they shown the last video that they have a trip, for their vacation. The Filipino was so happy, and then when they arrived to their apartment, their neighbors hear that, a female voice that, you know screaming. And once they because the screaming that, it's so loud that, sounds need she needs help. Okay, so I think that's the concerned neighbor called the cops. And when the cops arrive, the Filipina is blooded and no life. And the husband just only standing in front of her. So they the cops, they don't really give the details, about, the because that's from the local news. But the cops there in Slovenia, they said that, they're looking for the mental facilities, to bring that husband and do some tests if they can really tell that this man is mentally illness. And they said that in 1 week or 2 weeks, the body of that Filipina will send here in the Philippines. So I have no idea what part of Philippines that Filipina she is. But the ambassador from, Slovenia, he tells the press that they will process her body to send her back to the Philippines. So, for Filipina, don't rush yourself, guys. Don't rush yourself to marry right away. Take your time. Take your time to know. Okay? To know, because you don't want things happen that Filipina. That's the truth. But sometimes we people, we forgot to tell the truth because most of people, they just do that for entertainment. They create fake news and people believe on that. So don't believe. Be aware of what you watch and what you see online. Okay? Don't believe right away. You don't know the full story. Maybe she slept with his best friends and news always lies. Well, actually, she just arrived there in, Slovenia for a week. Because it happens that last December 29. She just arrived in Slovenia, uh, Peter, just a week. A week. I don't think that she has friend right away there. So, there's so many allegation about that, but we're gonna base about, I base what the press told, but I don't really, look into that, do some things, but I believe it's possible that happened if that Filipina stayed there for a year. But it shows that that Filipina was so happy to meet him, because the last video that they have, they are on the car that go to vacation, and the Filipino was so happy and they both happy. But all of a sudden, maybe because maybe there's something that argument that end up into a big fight. Maybe we'll never know about that. But to be seriously, guys, that's one thing that me, if that man is totally mentally fit, it's common for a couple that has a disagreement, but you don't have to end up to kill your husband or to kill your wife for that, because you still have in the mind that, okay, you still love that woman. You don't have to end up that, it's easy for you to lose your temper for that, and easy for you to get her life. So there's something wrong with that person, mental. She's mentally ill. So for Filipina guys, okay, don't make some, sorry guys, don't make some any comment about that, okay? This blogger, when I hear, come on, you don't know that Filipina well. You know her just only go online, but you don't really know about why she came that and go to other country. You don't really know about the start. You don't, because she has also a quick relationship toward her husband. So I'm not putting that personal attack. No, I'm just telling the truth, because some Western men, they fall for that, and they think they know better than that. No, because that's the reason why, guys, that's the reason why I stopped going some other Filipina show, because they love to make gossip, they love to look for sympathy, and they try, instead of focus on their issue, they love to looking for sympathy. I don't really like that, and they're not telling the truth. So we must tell the truth, because a lot of people, okay, in general, a lot of people fall for the BS that some people share online. Okay, how can you expect, because here's the thing that, how can you this is the thing, guys, that, I'm just be honest, I'm not, I'm not putting this or attacking, personal attack for those people that has a quick relationship with their fiance or with their husband. But be just honest. Be honest. Don't tell that, oh, I married this man because we have, no, be honest. And don't fall people that believe that you're doing on the right track. Don't, because the truth will came out. Just remember to make Frank his, no, Frank is not drinking coffee. Tea, not coffee. Because he has a problem when it comes to coffee. Tea. So be careful. Some Filipina don't fall, because some, okay, some Western men, okay, they know that the Filipina is not really like them. They just use their money to impress, to con Filipina to like them. Okay? So sometimes Filipina, they have no choice because nobody, she can't put money on her pocket. So that's the thing, that even though that she's not really serious with that man, but the man sending money to her, then she will just pretend that, oh, I like you. If the man will tell her, I love you, she will respond, I love you too. But it don't really shown that she's really in love with this man. Okay, she's not. So be careful, guys. Be careful. Because now a lot of men, especially Western men, if they know that Filipina, they're not really interested, they use their money and they use the super chatter. So I feel sorry for you. I feel sorry for you, Peter, that you become broke because sending super chat. Who you send super chat? Because you're not really often to share, to do that super chat, Peter. Who is that make you broke? So, because some men, they use that, they use that, the few hundred, oh well, it's not a few dollars that they send to a Filipina, because there's some men, they need attention for that. So if the Filipina need money terribly bad, of course they will take that. No matter how they don't really look, how do you look, how you act, they don't really mind because this is all about money. Okay, so that's sad to say that, the truth is untold. So we must tell the truth. Okay, and some people, they're not really aware of that. Okay, so yeah, because it is just like, well, here's the thing, that if that's happened, well, if that's happened to you, Peter, you cannot really blame other people. Blame yourself for doing that. Blame yourself for doing that. Well, and I don't know. I just, when I look some people doing stuff like that, it's just like shake my head because I don't want really to interfere. That's their life, okay? So I want to focus, I want to focus on my business. What does it mean? My life, okay? But sometimes it's so kind of it triggers for me that tells, wait a minute, you're doing things like this, but this is not what happened in your life. How can you really relate on that? So me, I just do things that I see in real life, and of course, it happens to me. Because no matter what, my statement is still the same. I don't want to change my statement for that. So, in the other hand, to find a mate, so it doesn't really matters, okay, how long you've been, and especially if you want to settle down. At least, 1 year, I think, for me, give yourself to know the person at least over a year, not over a week. So for those people, don't take that too personal when I comment, because that's the truth. That's the truth. I'm not attacking you guys, but I'm just telling the truth that we stop doing that because look, that's what happened to a Filipina. I'm not saying all, but if there's a chance that you can avoid things that happen to you in the future, you can avoid that. So, if that Filipina guy, she's aware of getting to know the man first, it never happened to her. It's just like some people, particularly women, fall for that. They're more into the look. Well, it's just like Filipina are very aware of, the look. Good looking men, and they don't really want, it's just like when the man shown them that, oh, I love you, I take care of you, they think that's over, and they don't really think that, oh wait, I don't want to fall for this. Okay, I will believe you that you love me, but give myself first to know you more. And they never say that to their, to their boyfriend or to their fiance. Okay, we don't want to rush ourselves for for that. Let give ourselves, to know more. What did you say? Maybe I hear for $30 a month I can have a fantasy girlfriend as well. Por Dios, por Santo Peter. Are you the stop stop being a Walt Disney. Stop being Walt Disney, Peter. And some Filipino. Come on, Peter, you make me laugh about that. Stop being Walt Disney, okay? If you're gonna, I warning you, Peter, be careful, because we never know, somebody there you might surprise one day. All the, all your comment is screenshot. Your comment was screenshot and posted in the community. Beware. Beware of the dog. I can help myself. It's just funny to watch them. So, be careful. So that's that's the in Tagalog, yun ang kalakaran. What's kalakaran? That's the sometimes it's so hard to translate because I have so many language in my brain that it's hard to translate. Kalakaran is just like the business. That's the kalakaran in YouTube. So, okay, people. Okay, I challenge, especially for Filipina, I challenge you guys. Okay, the truth need to be told. Okay, don't put any some sugar coat. Okay, don't make some any sugar coat for that. Okay, do your research so that people will believe, because we're gonna change this perspective in life when it comes to YouTube, that we need to change that. Okay, we don't really tolerate some Walt Disney thing. Okay, so here's the thought process, guys. Like, some bloggers, Western bloggers, they rent some yacht, they go to a party, and some people, when they watch it, they believe to show that, oh, they're rich. Okay, they eat like this, they stay this in the hotel. They just do that for the sake of entertainment, guys, but it's not really happen in everyday life of these vloggers. No, it's not. That's for the sake of entertainment only. Don't believe that. Okay, to show that, oh, I'm rich or what. If that Elon Musk will do that, you believe that he's a fucking filthy rich. And Bill Gates, okay? But those people doing that in YouTube, okay? Rich people don't do that on YouTube, okay? They don't do that. So some people, they just shown that, oh, I'm rich. But the truth is, they're not. If they're rich, why they dealing YouTube? Okay, because rich people, they don't need the fame, they need money. So instead of dealing that, they do something that they can make more money than YouTube. So don't fall for the BS some people shown online. Okay, but for God's sake, a lot of people fall for that. So I feel sorry for them. And it comes to relationship, and I agree that some people, why they really hate talk about relationship, because they don't want to hear the truth. So that's a simple, that's the bottom line. They don't want to hear the truth because might one of them do same thing, that a quick relationship, quick marriage, and well, they will tell the world that, oh, I have a good relationship with my husband, I have a good relationship with my wife, but they cannot really tell the truth, because YouTube is all about entertainment, but we need to uh, eliminate that. We need the truth so that people will stop for BS, believe on BS. You're very gorgeous. Gorgeous. The word gorgeous For me, you use that for a female. Gorgeous. You know what, Peter? I don't understand what is your uh gender identity. Gender identity. So yes, okay, let's make a serious, guys. Let's do serious about this. So this is not only for Asian women, particularly Filipina or Filipino, but it's all about people, especially now that, it's very common now that some of Filipina there or some Asian women, they use YouTube to find a mate. Okay, there's nothing wrong about that. Don't identity is a big so don't rush yourself, guys, because I do believe that that's for you, it's for you. No matter what happened, it's for you, it's for you. So don't rush yourself to engage with this man or to engage this woman. And it happens also that when uh, some American, she's married to a Filipina, and then all of a sudden he changed the treatment towards the Filipina, and especially with the parents of Filipina wife. So for Western men, Filipino family, Filipino people, when it comes to their family, if you disrespect the family, that's big turn off. Big turn off for the men. Okay? So avoid things. Hi Steph, how are you? So how is your eye surgery? You recover now? So avoid things that, because that's very common for Filipino. We value our family, especially our parents. We respect our parents. So that's the thing that the okay, that's good. Good to hear that you're good. So that's a sad part that the man will tell, oh, it suddenly, the Filipina changed. Because that's your story, okay? So some people really believe on the one side story. So me, I don't really believe that right away. I want to know on the other side. I want to know the both side story before I drop my conclusion about the issue. But when I found out that, the reason why the Filipina leave him because of that, he disrespect the parents, and the Filipina ask help for the Filipino parents that she needs money because she never give money to the Filipina, so the Filipina can't stand. She really wants to go back to Philippines. Okay, so the parents provide money to her so that she can get ticket going back to Philippines. And some people believe on that the Filipina act not right. The Filipina was so bad about treating him because she tells his story that putting down the Filipina, but when Filipina tell the truth and people watch on her show and his show, they chains look up on her because they think that this Filipino was so bad towards him, but in fact he's the one who treat bad with the Filipina and disrespect the Filipinas parents. Because here's the thing, guys, for Filipina it's a big turn off whether if you disrespect my family. It's torn off. 100% it's torn off. So look, even the family of the girl that don't really know you and don't really like you, if you give respect and concern with the Filipina parents, it's easy for them to tell the Filipina, oh, don't lose this man. He's a good man. They will help you to encourage their daughter to like you. But if you really shown to disrespect, even the Filipino like you, but she has to choose her parents than you. That's a problem. And especially, okay, there's a black American bloggers came here in the Philippines. Uh, he example here in Metro Manila, and then he example how women treated him when he go to Cebu City. He mentioned that so most of Filipino women here in Metro Manila, they never what do you call that, greet him or approach him. Because here in Metro Manila is a busy city. So the only time that people here have time for themselves is Sunday. So most of, instead of going outside, they spend that with their family. So and then and nobody approached him, okay, because he's busy. So when he goes to Cebu, he was surprised that the woman approached him first. So you cannot really tell that, okay, this is the place, but it's according how you approach. Because how can you approach the Filipina here, because they are busy, they're working here. I said, the only thing that they have time is the Sunday. Sometimes some employees, especially in the big company, Saturday they have work. Like like in the bank, the BDO bank, especially for those employees assigned at the mall, Monday until Sunday. So I'm gonna name the bank BDO. If they have BDO, and because BDO, that's the bank of SM Shumart. So Monday to Sunday, there's office work at the bank. So this is only located at the mall. So you cannot really tell that they have time for do something approach men. But it's the same thing that when they have time, they're still looking for the man. But they're very careful about to know. They're not easily them to hang out, and you're surprised within an hour the boyfriend and girlfriend. Usually it happens that outside in the countryside or the suburb. That's what happens. Some Filipina, when they met their when they go to other channel and do some flirting comment towards her, you're surprised. After 1 week, you will hear that, wait, there's something fishy about this, and you will surprise their boyfriend and girlfriend. Because it's just like they really want to have a talk of the town, and especially when they boyfriend and girlfriend, they love to oh, we're boyfriend and girlfriend, blah 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 blah, and they really want to have a talk, or talk of the town, talk of the town, and then, well, it's their life, but it's just like, if you're gonna base on the situation that like I mentioned ago, that's what happened to a Filipina. You avoid things, she will avoid things if she give her time to know that man. Okay, especially the family background. So I'm so admire for those Western people that they hang out first the family of the Filipina. Okay, so I'm so admire those Western people, or other my Asian people. They hang out first with the family of this Filipina, and they really want to know about the background. So that's a good steps. You don't have to focus on that Filipina, because in the other hand, okay, you just shown respect to her family. That's a big points. It's a big points for a Western man, that they really care about the family of the Filipina. So I can tell you guys, that's a 100% pogi points. Pogi points. So if that thinks that she's very aware of that, to know the to know the was he's extremely overweight black American. What do you mean extremely? Extremely? Yeah, he is. I think he is extremely. So it never, she. I don't think that she end up, killed, because if you give a chance, if you give a chance yourself to know that person, every day that you talk online, you can tell the way he approach you, the way he talk, you can tell. And that's we must be aware of that. And especially guys, especially for those people that they don't really want to show their face, there's a reason behind of that. There's a reason behind of that. There's so many. I don't really care if that's good or bad reason, but it's a red flag also that that person don't really want to show his face, or if that person or don't really want to show her face, don't believe on that. Okay, that's a red flag, guys. So be careful about that kind of personality though you encountered with with a woman or with a man. They don't want to show their face. There's so many reasons. There's so many reasons. So that's for me, uh like I example myself, guys. I example myself. I don't really uh mind to share this. Okay, we give ourselves time to know, and we can really tell, oh, we're something in common. So you realize that I realize that, oh, we're something in common. The music, the way that how we talk about particularly money, we're something in common. And that's a good sign that the person, because at the end of the day, if you're settled down, you don't have to worry about, Oh, some men also, they're not really, are you, you don't really want to end up that, you sleep on the bed, but you have doubt on yourself that, oh, you might killed while you're sleeping. So you don't want to end up that thing towards your husband or towards your wife. Because if you give yourself a time to know your husband, to know your wife, you won't think that. So, guys, my advice is don't rush yourself into a big decision that you don't even know. You don't even know. And here's the problem, guys. Don't, for Filipina, don't let yourself go to his country first. Let him come here in the Philippines no matter what. If it's really, he has a good intention to you, if he's really serious on you, if he's really true in love with you, he will do anything just to visit here in the Philippines. Because, oh, thank you so much, doubtful genius. Because you can tell that this person is serious. Okay, Filipina, I for for Asian women, particularly Filipina, don't let yourself go first in your country, even though he has a good offer to you. No, don't fall for that, please. I warning you guys, don't fall for that, because that's what happened to a Filipina killed in Slovenia. So let him go first here. Let him go first here. Because if the man is really serious on you, if his intention is good and purely good, he will do that. He will do that for you. So avoid. Even though that the man will tell, okay, well, actually, Filipino people, when they go to the States, we have a problem. We cannot really guarantee that we can go, even though you give us, a good offer to visit you guys. But it's all about, the embassy will, it's just like 50-50. Are we approve or disapprove? Okay, so it's not really 100% that we can able to go on your country. Some Filipina, they would love to, but the embassy is, if they don't want you to go on the States, they can. Okay, so the best thing that you can do for Filipina, do, the man will do the move first. So that's the good thing. The good thing that a man can do for a Filipina. Okay? Do your move first. Initiate the move. So if that Filipina is aware of situation, I don't think that she will end up on that situation. And always, always, because that's a sad part, that sometimes we're not really honest to ourselves. We're not really honest to ourselves when it comes to deal with that. That's the truth. I'm just direct to the point. Sometimes it happens things that it brings us into end our life, because we're not smart enough to understand the situation, that wait a minute, hold on, I have to think first. But for us, especially Filipina, that they really want to go to the other country and then they're rushing themselves. It happens also some people that they go to the other country, she's a Filipina also, and then she's a single mom. She has a baby, but that baby is not the child of her boyfriend. And she'll go, and the boyfriend, this is American. She everything she apply for fiance visa, and the sad part, she bring her child with her, and she end up uh the relation starts to not, the treatment is not good, okay? Because if you're gonna go, okay, here's the thing that some Filipina, if you cannot really stop yourself to go in the states, or the place of your fiance, if you're a single mom, don't bring your child with you, okay? That's the hard part. If something happened, if this man not treating you well, if there's another person, if you have child, you cannot really do things, but just yourself, it's easy for you to do things or to survive just by yourself. But the sad part, the wrong decision that she made, that she bring her child with her. So when she arrived, and then she didn't know that the fiance doesn't like the baby slept on the bed. So the baby is just like a 1 year old. And then the fiance told her that bring that child to the other room, let her sleep by herself. Okay? And then we Filipina, we don't really do that. Some Filipina, they really want to sleep with their child, because that's the mother and child bonding. But they never have that. They don't, the fiance doesn't really like that. So the baby was crying there, and then the husband, because the girl wants to go there and to stop the baby because the baby was crying. And then the fiance stop her, don't go on that, let her stop crying. But the baby, because that's first time it happened, so the baby looking for the smell of the mother. Okay. Victor G. Lilibet didn't. Okay. Well, hold on. Let me finish first my Victor G. You do I know you, Victor G? Okay, so that's the thing that the the baby crying, that she's running out of voice. Okay, she's looking for the smell of the mother, because that first time happened, guys. So that's the time that the Filipina cannot do things, because okay, you're here in my country, so follow my rules. And then she has no money, and then every day that's always happened, and they end up fighting. And then that's the time that the fiance kick out her kick out the Filipina, the house, and she has no money. And then she runs away. And then there's a thing that she I think he asked help. There's a cops pass on that, on the gutter of the street, and sitting there with the child. And then she asks help, and then the cops give her help. And then they investigate what's going on, so they go to that place and something like that. And then And this is the thing, guys, when the man when the Filipina visited him, everything changed. The Filipina cannot eat rice, okay? Cannot eat rice. So it's just like for Western men, okay, okay. Have you heard the saying here? Most of Filipino is rice is life. So you cannot really, you cannot easily stop on us. We can list eating rice for the whole week, but no rice, no, we can't, because it's just like you put your hands in our neck and you start us choke until we die. That's how it look. So that's a sad part, guys, that she had a big problem. But the big mistake that the Filipina did is bring the child with her, because that's the wrong decision she made. Okay, so Victor G, acknowledge yourself. Do I know you? Why you say that? Do you know Sharon? I don't think so. It's a short time period. I don't think so. That's what you think. But I know to myself that they have a long relationship, over a year. Are you really, are you trying to, I don't really pay attention about that. Okay. So what is your purpose to say that to Sharon? I know who you are. Okay. Okay. Are you the Come on. Don't do that. Don't play on me. So that's the thing, guys, that in other hand, guys, we people that we're in engage YouTube, we must, okay, so I'm gonna say this once more. We need to tell the truth so that people will not do a Walt Disney, so that we can save lives for for people or for another person, because we're not tolerated, the fantasy world, the thing that people believe but is not real, because they're doing that for the sake of entertainment. So be careful about that. That's one thing, guys, that I like Sunshine Shoulder. That's one thing, guys, that I like his show. Even though there's so many people putting him down, but they never become successful, because sometimes, some people, they just want to make an issue. But if you're gonna look what Calvin's saying, you understand that he's telling the truth. And there's so many issues towards him that people misinterpret about the subject that he discussed. But I don't really have that against towards him, because I understand literally what he's talking about. So that's the thing that me also, that I want to say this to people, that especially for those bloggers, particularly Filipino, don't tell a lot. Be true to yourself, okay? You have to say it with your two eyes, or say it that with your experience, okay? Don't do things that you try to show to people that, oh, I have a long relationship with this, but the truth is you just had a 1 week relationship. So don't spread the lies on your show, or don't spread lies on YouTube. So where are you, Victor G? Come on, explain to me. You really know about Sharon, huh? Who you? Who you? Oh my God. My goodness. Leave my friend Sharon alone, okay? Leave my friend Sharon alone, okay? You want me to say that again? No. I just tell that to you twice. She had a good life. She has a happy life now, okay? Don't be uh don't be too mean to her. No matter what, Sharon is my BFF. It tastes of time, our friendship. And there's somebody tried to disturb our friendship, but we're not really affected on that, okay, guys, because we're grown women. Oh, we're not kid, okay? So guys, because it's almost, almost 30 minutes. So guys, I just mentioned Calvin, Sunshine Shoulder, because me and Frank, we love to watch. I'm not really often to, comment to Calvin, but Frank is always there. We always watch his show, okay? We always watch his show. So that's one thing that I can say, that if you really understand what he's trying to tell, that about situation, what's going on when it comes to relationship, how people move here. Yeah, I agree, Frank. I agree. Oh yeah, because last night, I'm gonna tell you later, Frank, after this show, because Sharon sent me a message last night. So I think this is it. This is it. What Sharon told me. But anyway, okay. So my advice, this is, I always mention this, guys. I always mention this, guys. Okay. For those Western people just come here in the Philippines, just to have a vacation, nothing else, just only vacation. Okay, I have advice for you guys. Before you come here, just do your little research for your safety. if the place that you really want to visit, that especially for those Western people that first time here in the Philippines, my advice is do your research and make sure that you know that place. You don't want happen things that what Elliot what's the the guy that was was killed in Zamboanga. You don't want to end up that, guys. It doesn't really matter if you're married or not, so be aware of the place that you visit here in the Philippines, especially if you're first time. My advice is, if you have companion to go that place, the best thing that you can do is to coordinate the barangay. So the barangay, that guys, is the village district. Okay, so you have to coordinate that so that they can assist you and make sure that your safety is uh is safe. Okay, so that's my advice. And then for those coming here that they said expat or what, do your research, do your homework first before you do things. Okay, and then especially for those Western people may meet a Filipina, don't really rush yourself. Don't really rush yourself to engage the Filipina, or same thing with the Filipina. Don't rush yourself to engage or what. Okay, especially that he's other side of the world. Of course, the Filipina is other side of the world. Give your time to know with each other. Are you have something in common? Are you compatible of this? Because if you realize that you are something in common, compatible, so the ignition when it comes to dealing life in the future is not really as bad. Okay, so if you think that there's a spark, you are something in common and you're compatible, that's the time that you're gonna start to plan for the future together. Okay, so some people, they just want to marry and they don't have requirements to get married. So come on, don't do that. You will end up, you might regret. Marriage is a choice. Okay, so once you made your decision or you choose that, make sure your life will not suffer. Okay, because marriage is a lifetime. The only thing that we can separate for that situation is death. If you really value the word marriage, okay, so the only can separate you is death. Okay, so I don't really understand why these people, they get married in separate, because they don't give their self time to know the person that they want to settle. That's the answer of that. Okay, so I don't care if you're gonna take that as a personal attack, but I'm just be honest. That's the whole reason. So same thing with the Filipina. Okay, don't fall for the BS of this man telling you. Okay, especially that you have so many red flag that you encountered in experience with that person. Okay, and if he will give you money, refuse to take that money. If you can tell to yourself no, because some men, they use their money to get that from you. Okay, because they're desperate to find a mate, so you don't have to end up like the Filipina in Slovenia. So be careful. Think it's just like in the song of Phil Collins. Think twice But if you can think many times, that would be good. That would be good in you. So once again, guys, okay, I won't stay long this, and I really appreciate Doubtful Genius for sending me a donation for that. And Victor G, I would like you to come again on my show and let's talk about that, okay? So why you say that? Because the way that you comment, you really know Sharon. You really know Sharon. But in the other hand, I don't really think that towards her, because I know she not all things that you will tell online, but I know to myself that yes, a long time relationship with the husband before they decided. It's not a week. Okay, so thank you so much, guys. So I really appreciate your time, and for those come, okay, so especially for Filipino bloggers and Westerners bloggers, here's my message to everyone. The truth, okay, the truth need to be told. Okay, so thank you so much, guys, and have a good day to everyone. Adios.